Princess Diana's lost letter to Prince William revealed what the royals tried to keep hidden. What if I told you Princess Diana wrote a secret letter to Prince William before her tragic death? One the royal family never wanted the public to see. This letter wasn't just a goodbye. It was a warning, a confession, and a mother's desperate attempt to shield her son from the very system she said nearly destroyed her. In this video, we'll go through what Princess Diana really wanted Prince William to know, 15 powerful truths she poured into this letter. These aren't tabloid rumors. These are truths she lived through and tried to pass on to her son before it was too late. Number 1. The truth about the royal trap. From the outside, royalty looks like a dream. Palaces, power, prestige. But Princess Diana knew it was a trap. In the letter, she told Prince William not to let the crown take away his humanity. She'd seen it happen too many times. She watched how the institution chipped away at emotion, individuality, and vulnerability, traits they considered weak in a monarch. The pressure to be proper came at the cost of being real. For Princess Diana, it wasn't just about rules or responsibilities. It was about losing yourself. She warned Prince William that the crown would try to turn him into a polished figurehead, not a person. That behind every photo op and royal wave was someone who'd been trained to hide their feelings, to smile through pain, and to follow tradition blindly. Princess Diana begged him, don't follow that path. Keep your heart. Stay connected to the people. Be the kind of king the world needs, not the one the palace wants. And above all, don't forget who you are when the cameras are off. Number 2. The real story behind my divorce. When Princess Diana and King Charles divorced, the public heard one version, the official sanitized version. But in the letter, Princess Diana tells Prince William the truth was much darker. She didn't walk away from the marriage because of one argument or a falling out. It was years of emotional neglect, betrayal, and being isolated within her own family. King Charles had stopped being a partner long before they separated publicly. The coldness, the lack of support, and the double life he led with Camilla broke Princess Diana down piece by piece. She said the palace PR team carefully managed the story to protect King Charles. They made Princess Diana look unstable or too emotional. But behind closed doors, she was the one fighting to keep the marriage and family together, for the sake of Prince William and Prince Harry. The divorce wasn't just an ending for Princess Diana. It was a breaking point. And in the letter, she asked Prince William to always seek truth in private, not in the headlines, because the royal family knows how to play the media, and the truth often gets buried beneath royal image. Number 3. Your father's affair with Camilla. This was one of the hardest truths Princess Diana ever had to face, and one she didn't want Prince William growing up not knowing. She wrote that she didn't want to speak badly about his father, but the truth mattered. King Charles had been involved with Camilla long before the public knew. Even when he and Princess Diana were newlyweds, he continued the relationship behind her back. She found out through small clues, secret phone calls, hidden letters, and even careless whispers from staff. Princess Diana recalled confronting King Charles at first. He denied everything. Then he promised it would end, but it didn't. She wanted Prince William to understand that betrayal doesn't always come with drama. It often comes quietly with lies and broken promises. And in the royal family, affairs weren't just tolerated, they were covered up. Sometimes even protected. Princess Diana told Prince William to never accept that kind of dishonesty in his own relationships. Love had to be more than duty, and trust was everything. Number 4. The mysterious car crash warning. This part of the letter sent chills. Princess Diana admitted she had a growing sense of fear before her death. She said someone from within royal circles had warned her to watch her back. It wasn't dramatic, it was just subtle, a quiet warning. But Princess Diana was smart. She felt it wasn't just concern, it was a veiled threat. In the weeks leading up to the Paris crash, Princess Diana felt watched. Paparazzi were unusually aggressive. Stories about her were spinning out of control, and most alarmingly, her royal protection had been quietly reduced. She asked Prince William to question that. Why were her guards pulled at such a crucial time? She didn't claim to know who was behind it, but she told Prince William to never assume things just happen when it comes to the firm. There are always layers, and sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones closest to you. Smiling, quiet, in suits. Number 5. The press was weaponized against me. One of the hardest truths Princess Diana uncovered was how the palace used the press as a weapon. In her letter, she explained to Prince William that many of the most damaging headlines about her didn't come from random journalists. They came from inside the royal family. Private conversations were leaked. Misunderstandings were twisted into scandals. And every time Princess Diana stepped out of line, even slightly, it was spun into something disgraceful. She learned that certain senior royals would trade information about her to the press. In exchange, they'd get favorable coverage of themselves. It wasn't just betrayal, it was a strategy. The media was a tool, and Princess Diana was the target. She warned Prince William to be careful with whom he trusted, even among family. Loyalty in the royal world is often about optics, not love. And the press? They didn't care about the truth. They care about clicks. Princess Diana asked Prince William to protect his own story, to speak up when it matters, and to never let others define him in the public eye. Because once the tabloids take control, it's almost impossible to get it back. Number 6. Why I spoke about my bulimia. Princess Diana's battle with bulimia wasn't about vanity. It was about control. In the letter, she explained to Prince William why she chose to speak out publicly, even though it shocked the palace. She described the pressure of always having to look perfect, smile at the right moments, say the right words, and follow invisible rules. But behind the flawless appearances, she felt powerless. Her emotions were dismissed. Her voice was silenced. So the only thing she could control was her body. She wanted Prince William to know that bulimia wasn't her shame. It was her cry for help. And when the press turned it into a scandal, it was the royal family that tried to bury it. They told her to stop talking, to protect the image of the monarchy. But Princess Diana refused. Because there were other people, especially young women, who needed to know they weren't alone. In the letter, she begged Prince William, don't carry your pain in silence. Don't be ashamed of your struggles. And never let the palace make you feel small for being human. That's where real strength lies. Number 7. The Queen's coldness. Many assumed that Princess Diana and the Queen had a warm, respectful relationship. But in reality, it was formal and distant. In the letter, Princess Diana said something that stunned even close friends. She never looked at me as a daughter-in-law, only a problem to manage. Princess Diana wasn't trying to attack the Queen, but she wanted Prince William to understand the deeper truth. The moment Princess Diana started gaining public love and global attention, things shifted. The Queen and her senior aides began to view Princess Diana as a distraction, a wild card who didn't follow the script. Every time Princess Diana tried to bring in new ideas, modernizing the monarchy, doing hands-on charity, or connecting with the public emotionally, she was told to tone it down. Smile less, be less real. Her popularity made others uncomfortable. Princess Diana wrote that she often felt judged, not embraced. And while the Queen never raised her voice, her silence was just as cutting. No support, no defense. She urged Prince William to remember silence from those in power is a message, and sometimes the coldest rooms in the palace are the ones closest to the throne. Number 8. My secret plan to leave England. This part of Princess Diana's letter revealed something few people ever knew. She was planning to leave the UK for good. She'd reached her breaking point. The constant press attention, the pressure from the palace, the betrayals, the lack of privacy, it all became too much. Princess Diana wanted a fresh start. She'd started talking seriously about moving overseas, possibly to America or France, somewhere she could raise Prince William and Prince Harry in peace, away from royal control. She hinted at real plans, looking at homes, exploring schools, and even talking to lawyers about custody and travel rights. But she knew this idea was dangerous, not just politically, but personally. The thought of a former princess leaving the UK and possibly taking a future king with her terrified the palace. Princess Diana said she believed the royal family would never let it happen quietly, that they'd do whatever it took to keep her under control. because a free Princess Diana was a threat to the system. She told Prince William to always watch for the moment when they try to clip your wings. And when they do, fight for your freedom anyway. Number 9. The hidden wealth of the royals. Princess Diana had seen the royal family's finances up close, and what she discovered left her shocked and angry. She explained in her letter that the image of the royals being public servants who live modestly on taxpayer funds was frankly false. Behind closed doors, there was plenty of wealth, land, investments, offshore accounts, and priceless art collections. And yet, the palace was always careful to appear humble in public. Princess Diana saw how budgets were manipulated, how staff was instructed to spin narratives about cost-cutting and simplicity. Meanwhile, the family was enjoying luxuries far beyond what the public imagined. She wasn't angry at the wealth itself. She was angry at the dishonesty, the double life, and how public money was being used to protect private secrets. She warned Prince William that if he ever wanted to rule with integrity, he'd need to ask hard questions about where the money goes, who benefits, who pays, and why no one dares to investigate it fully. Princess Diana believed that transparency was power, and the real royalty wasn't about hiding riches. It was about earning the public's trust. Number 10. The truth about my mental instability claims. Princess Diana didn't shy away from talking about her mental health, but the royal family used her openness against her. In her letter, she wrote that the moment she started speaking about her pain, her depression, her panic, her eating disorder, she was labeled unstable. Not because she was unwell, but because she was inconvenient. She explained that mental instability became the palace's favorite weapon. If she cried, she was called dramatic. If she stood up for herself, she was called dangerous. They tried to frame her honesty as hysteria, and her trauma as a sign that she couldn't be trusted. Princess Diana told Prince William the truth. She wasn't unstable. She was under pressure. And when the system broke her down, instead of helping her heal, they used her pain to control the narrative. She asked him to remember this. When powerful people feel threatened, they often call their critics crazy. Not because it's true, but because it works. Princess Diana's message was simple. Never let anyone shame you for speaking your truth, because silence is what they want, and honesty is what they fear. Number 11. What really happened in my last phone call? Princess Diana's final weeks were filled with anxiety. In the letter, she shared something chilling. Just days before her death, she made a private call to someone she trusted. In that call, she admitted she felt something was off. She said she was scared, not just of the paparazzi, but of the way things were moving around her. Her security being pulled back, her calls being monitored, and the strange pressure she was feeling to keep quiet. She said it felt like people were trying to trap her or silence her. That call, according to Princess Diana, never appeared in the official records. It vanished. And the person she confided in, they later changed their story when the press came calling. Princess Diana believed she had every reason to be afraid. She wasn't being paranoid. She was being cautious. And she wanted Prince William to know this because if anything ever happened to her, he needed to ask the hard questions. She wrote, "If people say I was imagining things, don't believe them. I was never more clear." Number 12. The palace's role in the Panorama interview. The infamous 1995 Panorama interview shocked the world. Princess Diana's raw honesty shook the monarchy, and the palace quickly condemned it. But in her letter, Princess Diana revealed the part they never admitted. They knew it was coming. She wrote that while Martin Bashir may have tricked her with fake documents and fear tactics, certain senior aides in the palace were quietly aware something big was in the works. And rather than stop it, they let it happen, hoping she would bury herself in public opinion. Princess Diana felt abandoned, used. She believed they wanted her to fall on her sword so they wouldn't have to confront the real problems within the royal family. Her voice was powerful, but they thought if she said too much, they could finally paint her as out of control. She told Prince William not to trust the silence, not to believe everything that's edited, produced, or aired with the palace's blessing. Because the institution doesn't protect people, it protects itself. She never regretted speaking her truth. What she regretted was thinking someone would protect her for doing so. Number 13. My warnings about Prince Harry's future. Princess Diana loved both of her sons fiercely, but in her letter she admitted that she worried more about Prince Harry's future than people realized. She said Prince Harry reminded her of herself, emotional, honest, and unwilling to play the game. This made him dangerous to the system. She feared that once she was gone, he'd be left without the kind of support he needed to survive inside the royal structure. She told Prince William, "Watch over him. They'll try to pit you against each other, divide you, use your roles as an excuse to create distance." She warned that the institution thrives on hierarchy, and the spare always gets treated differently from the heir. She begged Prince William not to let tradition tear their bond apart, to remember that family should come before the crown, because once the system starts choosing favorites, it's easy to forget who you were before the titles. And if Prince Harry ever chose to walk away, Princess Diana said, "Don't see it as betrayal, see it as survival." Number 14. The cover-up of my security being removed. This part of Princess Diana's letter is one of the most haunting. She said that just weeks before her death, her official royal security detail was reduced without a clear reason. She was told it was due to budget cuts and a new arrangement because she was no longer a working royal. But Princess Diana didn't buy it. She wrote that pulling her guards made her feel exposed. And it wasn't just a small change. Suddenly, she had to rely on private bodyguards, some of whom she barely knew. There were moments she felt followed, watched, and yet her requests for additional protection were ignored. She asked Prince William to never accept vague answers when safety's at stake. She suspected decisions were being made behind her back to leave her vulnerable, possibly even as a warning to stay in line. Princess Diana believed her removal from royal protection wasn't an accident. It was intentional. And that kind of move, she said, doesn't happen without approval from the top. Her final question in the letter echoes, "Why would they strip my protection right before sending me into chaos?" Number 15. The royals' double life. Perhaps the most painful realization Princess Diana had was that the royal family lived a double life. In public, they appeared united, noble, above scandal. But behind closed doors, it was a different story. She wrote that many of the traditions and values the royals claimed to uphold were for show. Affairs were quietly accepted, lies were rehearsed, emotions were buried, and power was protected at all costs. She saw family members smile on the balcony while stabbing each other in private. She watched them support charities during the day and belittle those same causes in private meetings. The same people who preached duty and service would turn their backs on their own without hesitation. Princess Diana didn't write all this to make Prince William resent them. She wrote it so he wouldn't be blinded by them. She wanted him to understand that being royal wasn't about wearing a crown. It was about making choices. She ended this section with a powerful line, "Don't let their lies become your truth. You have the power to lead differently." And there you have it, Princess Diana's lost letter to Prince William, a haunting message filled with truth, love, and warnings that still echo decades later. If even half of what she wrote is true, it raises a powerful question we all need to think about. What else has been kept hidden from the public all these years? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe Diana's fears were justified? Was this letter a cry for help or a final warning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to see the truth, and subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, bye! Thanks for watching!